Welcome to the show. Our guest today is Mr. Sunil Kohli, CEO of Dhofar Insurance. With decades of experience across India, Kenya, and Oman, he has built an impressive career in the insurance industry, leading organizations through growth and transformation. Now, what we're talking about today is his leadership philosophy, which is centered on people, trust, and building long term relationships. And while insurance may be the industry, the insights from today's conversations go far beyond it, touching on leadership, organizational culture, and what it takes to build resilient businesses and high performing teams. So, Mr. Kohli, thank you so much for joining us.
First of all, thank you for having us here and talking to me on various topics, which we will see how it goes. And then we will engage more and more to come out with.
We'll get all the little.
Yeah, whatever we can.
So, tell me, you have been around, you've seen, you've worked in different places of the world. Which was the most interesting? Tell me how it started to this day.
See, you cannot pinpoint only one because there are various stages of life which lead to where you are. So there is your formative years where I worked in a starting of my career in general insurance industry. So which helped me to learn the nuances of business, the trainings which I got on the job training from my seniors, which led to my success into the various organizations later on, because that was the foundation which was very critical, which I got from my initial part of my career in India. And I worked really hard there. Plus, I augmented my knowledge by studying the insurance certifications and clearing those exams and trying to learn those subjects. And then applying them into the day-to-day work. That is one part where your foundation is there. Then you get various roles which enhance your experience, where you can replicate the knowledge which you have, and then you can work and address the various issues and bring success to the organization. At the same time, you add value to yourself itself. Then beyond India, I worked in a place called Nairobi, which is capital of Kenya. That was very exciting experience for me. I really liked vibrancy of the culture, how to deal with different people, what kind of mindset they have, how you change yourself to be close to them and to be understandable to them. See, since you have gone to a new environment, the responsibility on you to mold yourself and adapt to the local sensibilities rather. And then you engage with them, talk in a way which is more adhering to their culture and the way they work. And then at the same time, you do things where you give value to them and mold them into the direction where you want to take the organization to. So that is the leadership which you do, where you build yourself into part of the team and morph into their kind of the work which they are doing. And then you steer them where the team has to believe that this is the right way to do the path which you want to take. So that was quite exciting for me.
And you mentioned earlier off the record that you were the only one who was not from there, right? So how did that feel and how did you manage to fit in?
Yeah, so that organization for the general insurance business, I was the general manager and I was the only expatriate in that, and all other people were from the local Kenyan descent. So for me, I believe that it's not difficult. All human beings are the same. The thing is that how you deal with them, as long as you are transparent, you are fair, and they see that you know the subject and what you are telling them, you are genuinely, you are aware of it and you are not bluffing with them, then all things will fall into the place.
Okay. So we've spoken about Kenya, we've spoken about India, we've got Oman. Any other place that you have worked or been a part of?
See, in India, I worked in multiple locations. I worked in Chandigarh, I worked in Delhi, I worked in Bombay.
And every state is different.
So all are different. So you can say it is also a different language itself. Like Chandigarh people are different, their language is different. Punjab, it's different. Haryana, it's different. Delhi, the people are talking differently. When I was working in Delhi, I was zonal head for the North Zone. So I was looking after Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. So this whole population itself will be maybe 200 to 300 million people will be the population of the area which I was.
Very different from the other.
All having different languages, different culture, the way of thinking is different, way of operations is different, the local governments are different. So it has to be handled differently, which I did. At the same time, then working in Kenya was an entirely different experience. It was really enjoyable and learning experience. I think it added value to me. I learned quite a lot from there. And then coming to Oman is an entirely different experience altogether, where also it's good learning for me. And I could apply my experience, which I have learned in various stages of my career, to bring value to the organization in Oman.
So it's been India, it's been Kenya, it's been Oman. And you've, as you said, you've dealt with different kinds of people, people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different thinking. What is that one thing that has, however, remained consistent through all of this? One human behavior that no matter where you go, that does not change.
See, the human behavior is that every human being wants to excel in their career. So everywhere you will find people who want to do better in their life.
Right.
Because it is not only for their self-development, self-actualization, but it also for the betterment of their family, for their people who they are. So if they do better, they are able to give better education to their children. So that is one inherent capability or thought process or the desire of human being, which is there any part of the, whether you go to US, you go to Europe, you go to Malaysia, you go to Kenya, India, Africa, you come to Oman, everyone wants to do better, they want to excel, and they want to be appreciated.
So appreciation is key. Telling somebody that they've done a good job.
Yes.
Do you think this is more important than, I'll give you two situations. Telling somebody that, hey, you've done well, you acknowledge that person in front of 10 other people, or just calling him to the room and giving him a bonus. Which one do you think actually makes a difference to the individual?
I think both make the difference.
That is
I will not take away that the giving bonus to the person doesn't motivate the person. But at the same time, see, this is one-off. Giving bonus is once in a year. And appreciating could be many times in a year. So regular appreciation you will do, which is more of the human touch, which you are giving to the person, which could be one-to-one for certain things, which could be in public, which could be in front of the department of the person, it could be in front of the boss of the person, it could be the juniors of the person, in front of them, you are appreciating.
right.
This you can do all year along at the various milestones which the person is doing. And bonus is then the outcome of all that, which comes once a year, where the person feels that, okay, everything is not talk, it's really material as well. So that reinforces that whatever appreciation you gave, it was not just a talk.
It's not just talk.
It also led to something
Right.
tangible in
Right.
the hands of the person.
Right.
So I think intangible, tangible, both in different proportions is
It
what
works.
it makes. Yes,
It works.
definitely. It
Okay.
works, yeah.
I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, and you were talking about your entire journey. So let's be honest. Nobody, as a teenager, they don't wake up and just be like, hey, you know what? Insurance is a sector that I want to be in. How did you land up in this sector?
See, first of all, I never knew about insurance at all. I was not even ever aware that insurance is something which is there in this world. So once I was out of my college, I was working in some company. But at the same time, I was also trying to look at what are the other opportunities. And there were many advertisements in the newspaper about the various job opportunities. One of them was the General Insurance Corporation of India. So they had advertised for the officer's role, and 160 positions were there, and around 200,000 plus people applied for the job. It was written test, then it was a group discussion, then the interview with a panel of around 7 experts. And after that, I got selected. I was one of the 160 people.
Wow.
Then I knew that it is an insurance company, how the insurance works. Then they gave us 6 months training in their training center, where all the principal practices of insurance were taught to us. Then we were encouraged to clear the insurance certification exams, which I cleared within 6 months. First step I cleared, which was licentiate. Then over a period of time, I cleared the associate and fellow and other insurance exam. So that is what I want to tell you, that I was never aware till I joined the insurance company itself.
Okay, let's talk about the sector in itself. Everyone thinks it's just about policies and risks. You've been with the sector for a very long time. What is it actually about?
I think the sector is actually about helping people.
That is such a nice way to put it.
It's nothing to do with the policies. Those are just tools.
Right.
What is the outcome which you want? You want to help the person who is in a distress. Because in insurance, one is the document which you get, which is policy, document which you have in your hand. But that is not actually the service. That is just a promise to serve you. Service comes when any unfortunate incident happens which leads to claim. And that is a situation when the person is always in a distress. Nobody is coming to insurance service for claim when they are in a happy mood. They're always in some kind of distress, whether their plane has got missed, their luggage has got destroyed by the carrier, or their car got accidented by themselves or somebody hit them, or somebody, their near dear ones, is in hospital. So all these situations are not happy situations.
Exactly.
So what are you trying to do? You are trying to alleviate the pain of the person, and which could be an industry also. There is a factory which got burnt. So it's and how that factory can again come back because they have the loans to pay.
Correct.
So insurance will pay them the money to resurrect or rebuild themselves, and then they are able to restart their operations, and then they can again. Otherwise, if insurance is not there, they can go bankrupt. So we are doing a great service to the society.
That is a beautiful way to put it. And you've obviously throughout your career, you've constantly dealt with unhappy people. As you said, no one's happy when they come to you. How has that shaped you as a person?
See, the thing is that you need to have a mindset of helping others. That is what you want to do. And if you are able to do that, see, there are, as you say, it's a legal document which you have to, and there are frameworks within which you have, there are guidelines, and organization also has their own policies and procedures. Within those boundaries, how best you can help the people to save them from the distress, that is what you want to do. What is your mindset actually? Is your mindset open to listen to others? Is it transparent to others? Is it helpful in nature, or is it bureaucratic? Is it so those are the questions you have to ask yourself, and then you see what best you have to do and where you want to be and how as a person you want to project yourself.
And this is obviously something that you have learned over the course of the years. So if you were to define success, how would you define it?
It's a difficult question, but success can mean many things to many people. See, some, as we discussed before, it can be material. To someone, they want to achieve certain financial goals. If they achieve that, that is the success. Some person, if they are getting appreciated in front of their team for certain project which they were doing and it was very successfully done, and everyone appreciates them, that is a success. Or for someone, if their children do very well, that is also a success. So it means different for different.
I'm going to rephrase that question. What is the biggest lie about success that people don't talk about?
See, the lie is that I did everything and I'm successful due to myself. That is the biggest lie, because nobody can succeed as a uni person. There are whole teams, there are a whole round of people, circumstances, and many other things which are involved. So I think if somebody says that I succeeded only due to my own hard work, that's purely wrong, because there could be the mother or father of that person would have helped them for doing that hard work. They could have assisted them. Their teacher could have helped them. Then the coach could have helped them. The boss could have given some input. So if you want to give the credit for your success to only yourself, then I think it's a lie. You have to look in the mirror and then see who are the others who helped you achieve it.
It's always it takes an entire village.
Yeah,
as they say.
Yes.
As they say. So yourself have spoken about delegating responsibilities, empowering your team. Now, in a lot of situations, it so happens that yes, we speak about it. It looks like the team is empowered and everyone is tasked with what they're supposed to do, and everyone's very efficient. But with even high-performing teams, what happens is when a crisis hits, everything gets centralized. Then it's just that one person on top who takes that decision. So my question is, are we really delegating responsibility, or is it just delegating responsibility until a crisis hits?
I think it's how you train your team and empower them over the period that defines what will happen at the time of crisis. If the team has been empowered well, they have been trained well, and they know their job well, then at the time of crisis, you do not have to centralize. You may only have to centralize for the sake of reporting purposes, because somebody has to channelize, because in one crisis, it could not be that only one team is involved. There could be multiple teams that could be involved to sort out those problems. And there need to be a unification force to bring all of them together and come to some particular converging point to achieve the end. So there you need to coordinate But all teams, if they are empowered well, they will do their job effectively. I think there's no need to do micro work for them and doing their work for them. So if you have guided them, empowered them, trained them well, they will do their work. Only thing required will be the reporting, the guidance and periodic review. That obviously cannot be taken away. That happens at any levels.
Right. Fair enough. Again, this might be slightly personal, but I'm still going to ask it. We can always take it out later. What is the loneliest part of being a leader?
See, loneliest part of being the leader will be when you are introspecting or you are thinking about certain plan. You are so many people have made their different presentations to you, and it's the only one path which can be chosen. So at that time, you listen to everybody, and then you are the person who has to decide out of 3, 4, 5 paths which one is going to take. So that decision making, whatever consultation you do with various people, but in the end, you are the person who is ultimately coming to a conclusion that after considering all consultations, guidance, support, advices, this is what is the way forward which you have to take. So at that time, you are the only person who solely are responsible, and you have to take the responsibility of your actions.
Accountability for
Yes,
everything
accountability
that you do
also
and
is
say.
there. Yes, yes.
So, everyone is a great leader when things are stable. What happens when the pressure rises? Who is the person that you become?
See, I like the time when there is excitement. And pressure is the time when excitement is there. So if things are going very stable, they are normal, business as usual, it's fine. But it's not really forcing you to innovate. But if the pressure comes, then you have to think more, you have to think different solutions. And it's not run of the mill. So then you need to work hard on your thought process, and you have to involve people, you have to discuss. And that kind of excitement I enjoy quite a bit. And it leads to finding new solutions, getting some new ideas. Sometimes there is a simple idea which is in front of you, which you are ignoring. That could be the best solution. So it's really exciting when there is pressure.
Pressure is good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so we've spoken about this off record, and this is something that I wanted to speak to you about. Now, the public often assumes that confidence comes with seniority. You've reached there, you're expected to know everything. But has there ever been a time in your journey where everybody else just seemed to agree with you, but you were not quite so sure yourself?
I think confidence cannot be given to you by seniority. Even you can find a small child who is very confident. So that's not. It's what inherently knowledge you possess and the subject you know. And whatever you are trying to do, are you really clear about it? So these thought processes give you the confidence. So if you do not know the things, then your confidence will get down. So you have to first equip yourself technically to know the subject. Even managerially, your capabilities should be there. And if all of the things you possess, then confidence automatically will come to you if you know what you are going to do. And what I have felt that if you are sure about yourself, you don't have any second thoughts. So you're very clear you want to do and you go ahead with it. So I think that's what you have to do. And what I have seen, whenever there is some opportunity, I always try to take it. Rather than thinking in the hindsight that if I had tried this, it would have worked. So I say, why not? Let us try and see whether it works. So I would rather do the things and then see the consequences rather than not do the things and then wonder about it. So that is how I take things forward.
So what is this one quality, if I were to point out, that you wish you saw more in leaders that you don't really see very often anymore?
See, I think listening to others, that I think is the best quality, and listening to others with transparency. So it should not happen that you are listening to some things, but you are not listening to all the things. So for making any decision, you have to listen to all the things. You should listen to all the parties involved. And you also have to listen to certain guidance points. And then you should come to a conclusion. If you do not do it, then obviously you are not doing justice.
So when you meet somebody else from your industry, or any industry for that matter, someone who is in the same level as you, what is that one thing that you observe in the first 5 minutes and that can really impress you?
I think clarity of thought is what impresses me. If people are clear what they want and they know what they are trying to talk, that is what is impressive. Other than that, the confidence level, the way of talking, obviously people who have reached that position, they possess that. But what is the substance behind what they're talking? That is really which matters.
As a leader, do you think that when people say, like we were saying that, there are situations where everybody just seems to agree with you, nobody's challenging you, no one's playing the devil's advocate. Do you think sometimes the team agrees or just says yes, yes, boss, to everything because of fear? And how do you tackle that? Because they don't want to upset the boss.
That's fine. But I don't think my team fears me as the fear, so-called fear. So it is mainly how you are dealing with them. See, it's not one day story. It is how it has been your track record that will define this particular moment. So if the team has confidence, and I do tell my team members that ideas are not limited to anyone. All the people should give freely their ideas. And they also do not have to judge the idea. It should not be judged at all. So any idea can be a good one, but only the timing and the occasion can be different. So that is why it's good to take ideas from all, and then you can find out which idea is the best out of it to be applied at that point in time. There could be some other ideas which could be excellent, but some other time is when it is warranted, when it is to be applied. So I think you have to be open to them, and teams should know that you are open to listen to their free views, and then only the real quality will come. Otherwise, one person cannot be the epitome of knowledge. So that is why you have 300, 400, 500 or 1,000 people working, because everyone will bring value.
A lot of companies, they do speak about transparency, open lines of communication, but how do you actually get them to think out of the box or to share their opinion? Because some of them can just be shy. They just don't want to open up. How do you actually promote that culture?
See, for that, you have to provide forums to
Okay.
all of them. So what we have done, that we have made it compulsory that every department will have their departmental meetings at least once a month where all the employees, it doesn't mean that only the HODs or the senior people, each and every employee, the junior most, recent joinee up to the senior most, all of them should be part of that meeting. And all of them are encouraged to talk and give their views freely. And the minutes has to be taken for each department. And then on my own also, I do meetings monthly plus other periodic, monthly for all the departments. And then for each department, there is another meeting which I do with their team members and themselves, so that the forum is provided to them to engage and give their views more and more freely. So that's how you have to provide them the opportunity to talk.
Right. And you engage a lot with the teams, of
Yes,
course.
definitely.
So, there's always one person that stands out. And when you identify such a talent, what do you do?
See, the talent, when it is spotted, then you have to make a particular plan for that talent. So, and you have to do the analysis of that talent. So, whether there is a training requirement, what are the inherent positives or strengths of that particular talented person. And once you know that, and then where that strengths can be utilized in the organization today, and what are the other hidden strengths the person has which have to be developed over a period of time. So for those to be developed, you have to provide them development plan where various trainings, engagements on the job rotations should be done to see where the person gives the best, because everyone may not be great in everything, but they will be great in something. So that something has to be found. So that can be found by training, that can be found by giving them job rotation, and then hand-holding them for various other aspects so that they can realize their potential. So it is a process which has to be followed.
Right. And how does this one person stand out for you? What is it that you notice?
I think the most important thing is attitude.
Right.
I think knowledge, what they know, what they do, all those things can be modified.
Right.
But if the right attitude is not there, then even the person with the highest knowledge is not really adding value to the organization, because at some point that person will falter due to the attitudinal issues. So if somebody has the right attitude, they are open, they are willing to work hard, and they are transparent, then any training can be provided, they can be trained, they can be handheld. So they can lead to much more success, and if they believe in teamwork. So those kind of certain traits are very important. So even the top-notch professional will be a failure if he doesn't have the teamwork attitude and the right attitude which is needed. So a person with less knowledge is still acceptable with the right attitude, and person with excellent knowledge with not the right attitude is not acceptable. It will not work in any organization. It will be short-lived.
Agree. So I'm going to flip the question a little bit over here. We've spoken about what you see in people. What do you think your team admires the most about you? Is it empathy? Is it your communication skills? What is it?
I think they will admire the transparency, empathy definitely, and openness to listen to everyone without any prejudice and any four kind of thoughts about something. There's a full opportunity given to all to give their views very freely, and also judging them on the merit. So that is most important. I think all these things will be really important to the team members.
Brilliant. So if you let's talk about when you first started to what your team would say about you now. What do you think when you first started leading a team? What would your team have said then? And today, what would your team say? How has that evolved?
Definitely, when I started, the team size would have been smaller. I would have been dealing with 3 or 4 team members. And there also, I provided them the right attitude. I still remember there were certain occasions where some people said that this particular team member is not really performing and there's no point dealing with such person. But I said, okay, let me try. And after 1 year, that person was the best achiever of the whole department.
What did you do?
That was simply giving them the right opportunity, transparency without prejudice, and not having any preconceived notions about anyone. Listen to them very what they know, understand what talent they possess, and give them the platform. That is what is required. And if you do that, anybody will perform well. So that is the same process I have carried out, and I have not changed myself much over a period in my thought process.
Have you ever had to tell somebody that this and this is probably not the right industry for you?
I think yes, I have done it because that is also doing justice to the person. It could be the right industry, it could be the right department, it could be the right role, it could be many things. And it's good to give heads up to the person faster rather than after a few years. So it's better to be upfront and tell the person what really is important for them. Because the person, if he is or he or she is good in swimming, why should I ask them to go for table tennis? So I should guide them that, okay, this is you are best in, better put your focus here and do the trainings accordingly. Same applies on any other part of the society.
So when you have these conversations, is it emotion-led or logic-led?
It has to be logical. See, emotion will be at the back of your mind or the back of the mind of the person you are engaging in. But you have to talk on logic. So if you are logical, you are very, very clear, you are succinct, you are giving them the points which really are leading to where you are taking them. That's what it is. Emotion part will be there, but we have to handle the emotion.
Coming back to your team at Dhofar Insurance again. What is the one thing that you feel that you have been able to lead them through and that you're actually proud of?
See, I think what I can say, there are many things. But the team when I joined and team today, they are great transformed with much more confident, very much proud of their achievements. Dhofar Insurance has come from a company which was doing less than 40 million top line revenue to today. Last year we completed more than 100 million, which is we are the largest company in Oman today. In 5 years' time, we have achieved this, which leads to a great confidence into each and every member of the company, where they really feel proud that they are part of the success story of an organization and doing well in all fronts, being very successful. So they are also then applauded out of office also. When somebody goes and meets them from other people from the industry and they know this person works in Dhofar, they also look up to this person because it is coming from a successful organization.
Of course.
Which is a great positive for all the employees.
So again, insurance, nobody wants to get insurance. They have to get insurance. We've spoken about this. So how did you change that image from insurance being something that you reluctantly buy to something that actually adds value to your life?
See, that depends upon how you are engaging with your potential customers or the corporates and giving them the various solutions which may not be in front of them. So, for example, there is a product called endowment product, which is in the life insurance. And that product is something which is a savings link product. So that you have to guide the people and tell them this kind of product is available where not only your life is secured, but at the same time you are also doing saving. And at various milestones in your life, like children's education, your retirement or something else, this savings can give you that money at those milestones. But this you have to engage with them and see them the value which is being brought by these various products. So it is a matter of, you can say, how you are disseminating your information across and trying the people to look at insurance also as a solution provider rather than just tick in the box.
Outside of all this, outside work, outside everything that you've done for the company, how do you yourself stay grounded?
See, it is only when you do not believe that I am the person who is doing everything, immediately you are grounded because you are appreciating that 400, 500 people who are supporting you to achieve, and you are just one of them. See, it's not that you are something, it is a particular role which is assigned to you. And you are sitting in that chair for whatever period of time you are there, and you are channelizing all the resources at your disposal to achieve certain end for the organization, and you are helping your team achieve it. So your role is a facilitator, helper of others. It's not that you are some kind of epitome of some greatness or something like that. It's particular job which you are doing at hand. And as long as you are able to do it successfully, positively, with good intent, then things are good for you as well as for the others. It's nothing that personally you are something else. You are just part of the team. You are just one of the jobs like any other.
If somebody were to watch this interview 20 years from now, what is one thing that you wish that they would learn from whatever you've told us?
I think what they should learn is that there is no, you can say, second guess to hard work. So one has to really be sincere in whatever they are trying to do. And sincerity also has to be backed by the knowledge about that particular subject, what you are trying to achieve. And then you should be willing to put all your efforts and dedication to achieve what you are trying to achieve, the objectives. Number one. Number two, I would like to emphasize on the planning part. Any project, if you want to do, lot of effort must be done at the time of planning. Because if you want to rush into something without proper planning, then the end result will not be, and you will spend more time in finding various fixes to the many problems which will be coming. So put lot of time on the planning side, then your execution will be very, very successful. So that's what I want to say, that focus should be clear, your intent should be clear, your knowledge base should be there, and then your hard work and dedication will lead to the success.
If you had to give one line to inspire someone who's just starting out in his career or her career, what would you tell them?
So I will say that you focus on the process and the job which you are doing, and result automatically will follow.
Brilliant. That's a nice line to go by. Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Kohli. It was such a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
I think we've all learned something today. There are some quotes that I remember very clearly, but thank you so much for joining us, and we will surely see you again.
Yeah. Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
All the best to you also.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.